Y'all, your boy Jay coming back at you deep in the Hawaiian jungle. So today we're going to give you the entire virtual Paradise Unplugged Hawaii tour. We're going to show it all to you. From the artwork to the tropical plants to the structures made out of recycled materials, some of everything. So y'all stick with us, sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. So we're going to start right here in the beginning. Right here out front. We bought the property in 2017. My wife Nikki and I, we only paid $15,000 for it. An excellent deal. 16 grand out the door. So you can still get one today. 3 acres, bare bones for maybe about 35, 40, which is still a great deal. So everything you see today is all done by Nikki and I. It looked like across the street when we first got here. It was very overgrown. So we had to park on the side of the road here and more or less work our way in with a machete. There was no driveway, there was nothing there. So it's definitely been a labor of love. So we're gonna start off our front here with the Tikis. The Tikis represent the game of chess. I'm not a great chess player, but I respect the game because it's a lot like life. In the fact of you always gotta be 5 steps ahead. So you got the 2 pawns, the king, the queen, and another pawn down there at the end. The 2 rooks, the bishop, and the knight. These are all original Hawaiian ohia wood. You got a nice day today, but I'm gonna let this car go by. We're gonna keep rolling here. Let this car go by. We're giving it to you live and direct on the reel. I'm gonna keep talking about the ohias. It's all good. You got a nice day today, but we do get a lot of windstorms out here. 1 second, y'all. 1 second. And when we do get those windstorms, the ohias, because they have those aerial roots, they're more or less like sitting on high heels, they will fall, and that's where we get the wood for the tikis. So we like to recycle everything. We don't want anything to go to waste. So you in lava zone 3 here. The last time the lava flowed here was about 800 years ago. So as much as you can trust Mother Nature, we're pretty safe. As we walk the property, you're going to see a lot of the lava rock sculptures. Did them all by hammer and chisel. This is mafic basalt lava rock. It's a 7 on the hards list. We'll say diamond is a 10. Not to take anything away from the Egyptians, but that limestone that they were working with was a much softer stone, only like a 3 or 4 on the hards list. So this basalt is some really tough stuff. As we continue to walk the property, you're going to see what we call the king of the jungle. These are the hapu'u ferns, and they're on the endangered list. And the reason why that is because of the pulu here. See if I can grab just a little bit of it out of this one. You got this cotton-like substance, and they used to have a pulu factory up at the national park, and they would more or less gut the hapu'us for the pulu and stuff pillows and mattresses with that. So that greatly depleted the inventory. If you ever visit the east side of the Big Island, or if you live over here, obviously you know that there are a ton of pigs, and the pigs like to gut the inside of the hapu'us for that sweet potato-like substance that's on the inside. So that further depletes the inventory. So beautiful, beautiful plant, very slow grower, but they have been through a lot. So we like to give them special treatment. And that's a great segue for the lava rock planters that you see here. I did all the wood and stone sculptures, but I give my wife Nikki credit. She's from Scotland, and that's a technique that they use in Scotland with stacking rocks without any mortar, and she's done a wonderful job with that. So I definitely take my hat off to her for that. So we're gonna walk down here. We once again, we bought in 2017. We were living in Waikiki at the time, and when I found out the price, I didn't believe it. Did a little bit of research, actually called the real estate agent, and he said, 15 grand, 16 out the door. and we bought sight unseen. You know, I'm from Southern California, and somebody tells me that you can get any piece of property, especially in Hawaii, for 15 grand. I'm all over it. So we bought sight unseen. This here. This is our latest discovery. Once again, you may be able to see the beginning stages of some of the sculpted faces in the side of the rock. Here's another example, or here's an example of how you got the basalt mixed in with the iron. Believe it or not, the pieces of iron are actually lighter than the magnesium. So it's kind of reverse thinking. You would think that the iron pieces would be heavier, but actually that the magnesium pieces, the pieces that are higher in magnesium, are actually a bit heavier. A lot of the iron rock, the iron type rock, is used for decorative material like driveways and things of that nature. So you'll notice that a lot when you come on the Big Island. You'll see the void here. We're steadily cleaning that out, and there's enough room back there to where we actually want to put one of our storm shelters. We're trying to make a few storm shelters here. So that's a really nice place because we do get some really bad storms out here. So we're going to keep y'all updated on a future video on how that's going. You'll notice the guava trees. Endemic to South America. Great fruit. They are, it's a great wood for building, but the tree is highly invasive. So we're going to show you some of the things that we actually do to thin out these guava trees to prevent them from taking over the property. So we're going to keep walking. Yeah, I mean, if you buy land on the east side here, you'll have to, you know, we got the front staked. I mean, I mean, like where you're probably living right now, I'm sure that land was staked and surveyed probably hundreds of years ago. But we're gonna continue to walk up. But it's here on the here in Fern Forest where we are. This is all brand new. It's like the beginning of the world. So, you know, we had to get the front staked, and I believe it was about like $250, $260. This was, you know, 8 years ago, so I'm sure that price is possibly double. But you know, we used Island Boundary. Shout out to you, Evan. They did an excellent job. So you know, we'll probably, there's a possibility we'll use them again as we continue to go back. So shout out to them. So we personally do not own a vehicle. My wife and I, we started off in Waikiki, where you didn't need a car. Once we got to the Big Island, we realized that we don't even leave that much. So we haven't even bothered getting a car. We take public transportation. So this is just a little driveway we have here for the guests. So one of the things that, because you know, we run tours on the land. So we get a lot of people that, because the GPS isn't the best around here because we're so remote. So we recently installed our landmark sign. We call it the Medal of Dread. I mean, if you pass that up, then I don't know what to tell you. So this is the landmark you want to look for. We're actually going to put the name right here, Paradise Unplugged Hawaii, so that should definitely help. So on the left side here, we got, instead of Mount Rushmore, we got Mount Rostamore. You see the dread right there in the middle. So once again, you got a few other faces in situ, in profile, and as always, the hardest part is just staying up here, you know, working with it, working with that 7, that hard rock without breaking my neck. So we're gonna bring you down up in here. we do our best to keep the basalt as clean as possible. We take it all the way down to the pahoihoi, but it don't take much, just a little bit of rain for it to start growing back. So this here, keeping this clean alone is a full-time job. We got the apple banana trees. We got about 200 now. They're endemic to the Philippines. Usually grow about 10 to 13 feet, but we have some over 20 feet because we usually get over 100 inches of rain a year. And we have some of the most fertile soil in the world with the volcano. So we get some excellent bananas growing here. So we're gonna bring you in here slowly. We're gonna take our time, y'all, because the rock is very uneven. Once again, if you book the tour, please, you want to wear closed-toed shoes, and you must be able to walk on uneven lava rock. Yeah. Don't want nobody coming out here getting hurt. Once again, we got. You may be able to see it. The glare may be on it, but we got 3 more dreads here, in situ, right in the lava rock, facing east to see the sunrise. You got more sculpted heads here. These represent. We run an online short story / comic book series, and these are some of the characters from the comic book. So we these are pretty special to us. Yep. I don't know if you listen to any reggae out there, but we pay homage to the great legendary reggae band Steel Pulse with the great lead singer David Hines. That's an original carving. That's pure ohia, hand carved. So we pay homage to the great Steel Pulse and David Hines. I'll bring it this way. Once again, we got the colors of the roster. With the tikis, once again, ohia, the black, red, gold, and green. A lot of people come on the tour, and we ask them what those colors mean, and I would say about 99% of the people have no idea. So once again, black is for the people, red is for the blood that was shed, gold is for the gold that was stolen, and green is for the land. So once again, that's the colors of the rocks. So we pay homage. And this is the star of the show, Miss Ikimoa. If you've been on the tour, you know exactly who she is. If you haven't been on the tour, you're going to meet her when you get here, because she runs the place. Yep, she's our pride and joy. We had her with us about 3 years. She's very spoiled, but she gives us some of the best eggs one could ever want for. Yep. We just love her to death. Ain't that right, Tiki? So we're going to bring it down here. We're going to take you to the bromeliads. Most of the plants were here, of course. We had to relocate some plants to make the paths. But we have we've owned the property, as I stated, for 8 years. But we have some neighbors that have been here 28 years, and they have a lot of overgrowth. So we had a neighbor that had a lot of overgrowth of bromeliads, and he was kind enough to give us a nice stack. So we just love these plants. We find them amazing, even though we do have some in soil. They don't need soil to grow. As long as they have water in their little cups down there, they will grow just fine. So we have planted them in many different spots over here, and they propagate really well. So we appreciate this donation. We'll bring it down here. this is, we come up on the outdoor gallery. We call that Tiki the gatekeeper. You got to get by him to get into the gallery. So we're going to bring you in here. Got about 5 pieces. We try to put together like a 10-piece show. Probably for the spring. I'm sorry, for the fall. For the fall. So for this particular collection, we're paying homage to the great Basquiat, the great 80s expressionist, with the wood supports, acrylic on wood supports. So what we do with the artwork is, I'll make the painting, we'll take a picture of it, create the file, upload the file into the chat GPT, and that's where we get the artwork for all the comic book covers and short story covers. And then from there, the chat bot will make the story for us. They're usually about 1,000 words long. So this is more or less the fuel that runs the AI. You know, this couples with the prompting to actually give you a more accurate outcome. So that's what we're doing here with the original painting. So once again, we're paying homage to Basquiat with this 5-piece set right now. We're gonna circle back around here, bring you out this way. Another one of the lava rock sculptures that we give people on a tour to. This is a collaboration of about, I don't know, 100 different tours. It started off as a regular face and it's become ET. So if you come on the tour, if you take our tour, we're definitely gonna give you a chance to show your artistic skills and add something to the collaboration. So we still ain't named it. Y'all gotta give me a name for it. Y'all give me a name in the comments. We're gonna keep rolling here. One thing about the bananas, actually a few things about the banana trees. You can eat just about every part of a banana tree except for the fronds. We use the fronds to make our banana green tea. And banana trees are very similar to pineapple in the respect of it's one and done. Once they fruit, the tree will more or less die. You got to cut it down. So that's something that really surprised us. Another thing that we do to make them grow big and healthy is, we put a lot of compost in there. Bananas are some of the hungriest plants in the world, so you constantly got to keep them fertilized. So that's what we do with all of our yard work and all of our clippings. So we're going to keep that in mind. We're going to take you over here to the tea bar. So we call this the Tiki tea bar. For everybody that has booked a tour, we didn't have some good times over here, good conversations over here. This is where, at the end of the tour, we will come and everybody will sit around and have a sip of tea and have some raw green banana. So once again, we try to maximize as much of the land as we can. We don't buy any furniture or anything of that nature. This is a downdo here that we turned into a bench. This is old pallets. So the only thing we really paid for was the screws and the underlayment. So a lot of good times that we have right here in the Tiki tea bar. Another cool thing I can show you with the, let's see if I can pull this out of this banana stalk. This is a piece of banana stalk. See, they got that core in there. Got that edible core. So if you ever grow a banana tree, remember you can fry that edible core up real nice. Fry it till it's almost burnt and becomes like an onion. And over in India, they'll use a lot of these fibers here. They'll dry these, then they'll roll them, and that's how they make rope. I'm talking about rope strong enough to hold back ships. So a banana tree is very, very valuable. It's just a very valuable tree. there's a lot of uses for it. So once again, you got another big patch of apple bananas there. You see you got a bunch growing on the side over there. We like to harvest them while they're still green lots of times. If you put a little bit of vinegar on them, that'll kill that vinegar taste, and they're very, very tasty. You know, put vinegar and a little bit of seasoning, they're awesome. You see the red flour at the bottom. You can chop that up and fry it as well, and that also becomes like an onion. So once again, you can eat about 90% of that tree. So we'll never starve out here with them good bananas. So we're gonna bring you, let me see. Yeah, let's backtrack this way. We're gonna bring you this way. Let's go, Tiki. We got that perennial peanut plant here. Excellent ground cover. They call it perennial peanut, but it doesn't grow any peanuts, so I don't know. Go figure. But it's a really, really nice ground cover. It looks good and it spreads fast and well. So we're trying to figure out how far we're gonna let it spread over here, because we like the lava rock look, but we also like that look. So we may do something with a mixture with that. We're gonna backtrack a little bit and take it up. We got a pineapple growing here. It's doing well. This is living proof that you can cut the top off a pineapple and plant it, and the top will grow. This pineapple is doing well. It's doing excellent. It's kicking it right here by the Tiki. So we're looking forward to that. I believe it's I think it's 2.5 years to grow a pineapple. So next time you eat a pineapple, don't take it for granted. Yup. Backtrack a little bit, we're going to bring you over here. So once again, we've been off grid since day one. We weren't the type of couple that came over here and while we were building our place, we was able to go get, go rent a place or go live in hotels and all that. Nah, we started off straight from the underground, straight grassroots. So when we first got here, it looked nothing like this. So we started off in a tent right here on the drive. And we get these storms called Kona lows. And anybody, any locals out there, they know what I'm talking about. Them Kona lows ain't no joke. So if you ever go through a Kona low on the east side of Hawaii, one of them bad Kona lows in a tent, you'll learn how to build something real fast. So, my wife is from the apparel industry. I'm from the tech and business industry. So my point to all that is we are not builders. But when you're forced to learn how to do something, we're going to show you what we came up with. So, I'm going to show y'all this real quick. A lot of people have seen that monstera plant. But a lot of people don't know that monstera fruits. Yup, the fruit salad plant. That's what they call it. But it's a very, very, it can be dangerous. It has to be almost overripe for you to eat it. If you eat it before that, you might as well bite into a cactus. That's real talk. Ain't that right, Tiki? Let's keep rolling. You can't have land in Hawaii without having that sugar cane. We got the sugar cane there. A few more Tikis. Watch out, Tiki. Come on. Tiki tries to play tour guide, so. So So this is the Okina. This is the small structure that we built from pallets. It's only about 100 square feet. Once again, if you want to see it more in detail, we do have videos. A lot of the shorts are showing the Okina on our page, so you can check that out. But yeah, this may have cost us maybe $500, window included. So, and this has been up for over 4 years. So it's all I can do is tell you pallets are an excellent free building material, but you have to learn how to work with them. You got to be able to take them apart. You got to know how to work with them. So, but as I stated, you spend the night in that one or two nights in that Kona low in a tent, you learn how to build something really fast. So there's no kitchen on it. The bathroom is completely off grid, composting toilet, just a little igloo for the hands. We'll show you our shower that we got down here, and no kitchen, just a little small room and a little small off-grid bathroom and a little small off-grid lanai. Once again, it's been completely comfortable for my wife and I, for the simple fact it's paid for. Excuse me, I can't even get it out. It's paid for. There's no better feeling knowing that there is no rent, there's no mortgage, there's no light bill, gas bill, or water bill. That helps you sleep really good at night. And as I stated, from time to time we will rent a car. From time to time we will take an Uber. But for the most part, 80-90% of the time, we take the city bus, so there is no car note. So we were able to free ourselves, unshackle ourselves from all them bills. So, you know, if you think about moving off grid, I definitely suggest you look at more of our videos and learn how to work with them pallets. We're going to keep it going. Got the Tiki trio behind you as well. This is early work. This is early work. I remember when these harpoons was like this when I put these up. I put these up about 3.5 years ago. And these harpoons are slow growers, but they rolling. So, you know, we call that the Tiki trio, obviously, because there's 3 of them. We're going to keep rolling. And this here, for some of y'all out there that be on the night show, I appreciate y'all sticking with me on the night webcast, the banning of the dread, we be talking about everything from the Epstein files to the off-grid lifestyles, and this is the little set. So a lot of our structures we also use for webcasting. So this is the little makeshift set till the real podcast setup is completed down here. So we're gonna keep it rolling. So once again, shout out to all y'all. We be having fun on the late night podcast. Shout out to you. One of our water catchment setups. We use this for our hands, for the dishes, things of that nature. It's great for everything except for can't drink it. Don't drink it. Don't brush your teeth with it. Your drinking water is provided by the city. Not to your location. You actually have to go and get it. There are a lot of spigots around town. You can get your free drinking water, your free clean water, and but we are starting to catch our own drinking water. We've come out with a filtration system, a boiling and a purifying system that we're going to be doing some reels on. So we have the city spigots as backup, but once again, we got to go get that water, bring it back, and that can be kind of a hassle. So we're coming out with our own setup. So we're going to keep it rolling. Y'all done seen the chat bot before. The Ration X SC 25 Series 1. The spam bot. Once again, there is no trash pickup out here, no mail service. So when there's no trash and you don't have a car, you have to get real creative with recycling your trash. So instead of putting this in a landfill, we're starting to build robotic sculptures. We're going to have a whole setup up over here of a bunch of different metal and plastic sculptures to prevent all this stuff from going into a landfill. So we try to recycle everything. So it's more or less a blessing in disguise that we don't have trash service, because we can actually do something productive with this. So we're gonna walk down here. We're gonna keep it walking. Take it down, Tiki. Let me know if you need some help walking down this little part. This part's tricky. Watch out, Chickie. Come on, Chickie. Come on. Come on, little hen. Come on. Come on. There you go. There we go. We call this the valley. And yes, if you come on the tour, you're in the jungle and there are mosquitoes. Yes, I get that question all the time. Is there mosquitoes? Yes, there's mosquitoes. We're in the jungle. Here we go. So, looking forward here, this is, you've all heard of Rodeo Drive. We're about to create Rossdale Drive. 38, okay, I'm at 38 minutes here, y'all. So, 13 minutes. Just let me know when we're getting close to 30. Just let me know when we're getting close to 30 now? Okay, so we're getting close to 30 minutes, y'all. I told Nick to let me know when we're getting close to 30 minutes. So, we're gonna leave it there for part 1. But y'all stay tuned, we're gonna bring you part 2. So y'all hit that like button, y'all hit that sub button, y'all hit that follow button, and hit that notification button. We're coming back at you. Aloha.